Hey everyone, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Equality and Rights for All. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a great topic for today's show. Actually, two great topics for today's show, in which the first one is labels are not a bad thing, nor do they limit people. People just want too many changes. And the second topic of today's show is femmes in a gay relationship should be treated like women. Now, actually, let me change that second one around. Femmes in a gay relationship should be treated or have the right to be treated like women. Okay. Anyways, so let's get right into the first topic. Labels are not a bad thing, nor do they limit people. People just want too many changes. Okay. I hear people saying all the time, I don't like labels. Labels limit people. Labels are not a bad thing because you just know what you're getting then. It's like when you go to a supermarket and you're looking for a product, okay? And sometimes different products can look very similar. So let's say um if you're shopping in a supermarket and you see two separate items that look very similar, well, what's going to determine which one you actually are looking for? Hence the label. And when people want to read like the ingredients and stuff like that, what do you think they're going to read? The label. So labels are not a bad thing. Okay? Labels do not limit people. People limit themselves. I'll repeat that again. Labels do not limit people. People limit themselves. They just want to use labels as an excuse. Okay? And well, labels are not a bad thing. And they just want to blame labels on everything and say it's the labels that are the problem. Labels, they're a problem. No, they're not. You're the problem. You are the problem. You are the only one that limits yourself. Okay? Um, so anyways, that's what I have to say as for that part. Now, here's the other thing. People just want too many changes. Okay? I'll give you a perfect example. For decades upon decades and decades and decades, right? People in the LGBT community, it was always LGBT. Those simple four letters. Very simple. Not a problem. Easy to remember, right? Easy peasy. As time went on, people wanted to change things more instead of just leaving the fucking thing alone. They had to keep changing it. And it went from LGBT, simple four letters, to LGBTQ. Okay, now five letters. All right, not a big deal, right? Not a big problem. Then they wanted to change it to LGBTQI, then LGBTQIA, and all this other shit. It becomes a problem now. Okay, I understand about inclusivity. I understand all that. But pick one of the simple four fucking letters. Which one do you want to be under? Four fucking letters. LGBT. Pick which one of those categories you want to be in. That's it. Easy peasy. But you got to make it into a problem. Okay? When it doesn't have to be. So they said, well, we want more people, more titles in there because we want more inclusivity. Okay, but then that's going to become a problem. And then when people are confused and then they don't understand things, then you see many LGBT people going, "Yes, I'm supposed to just know this. Now I'm pissed off at you because you don't know it." Uh, you made it more fucking confusing, you morons. Instead of just leaving the fucking thing alone. Seriously, if it's not broken, don't touch it. But you wanted to touch it, and then turned into a problem. So, and then that's when those same LGBT people wanted to uh, blame labels and stuff like that, and whatever. When labels had nothing to do with it, really. The labels weren't the problem, meaning you became the problem because you wanted to have all these other changes. Now, I'm not saying changes are always bad. Changes can be a good thing as long as you don't make it into a problem. So, instead of making things too confusing, even, you know, um, but anyways, and I'm a gay man, and I'm in a wonderful marriage. I'm in a wonderful relationship. I got a great husband, and so really now, um, and when you have too many of these changes, you got to understand that people are going to get frustrated. They're going to get mad and whatever. Now, even if you talk about the bathroom bill, okay, and I'm for the bathroom bill. Okay. Now here's the thing, you know, like I see in many restaurants that uh especially if the restaurants are not really that big, and let's say if they have one bathroom, right? Okay. It's like co-ed and simple, right? Very simple, easy peasy. Um and I personally believe that all bathrooms should just be made like that uh but that's just my own personal opinion, but that can get confusing too in a way, especially like in schools and stuff, and that could be a big problem. But you know, uh, either which way, this bathroom bill is going to be a problem in many ways. But um, um, it's got to be worked out somehow to where basically everybody could be happy. But then you got to also understand both sides too. Okay, it's not just to be one-sided. Um, there's many people out there who feel that um, uh, uh, a guy who just dresses up like a woman should not be in a woman's bathroom because he still has man parts, and then that could be a problem within the woman's bathroom. Okay, and so you got to understand that side, but there's many different obstacles to this. There's many different parts of this, and it is a hot topic. But uh, so, but like I said, personally, I am for the bathroom bill, but it has to be really just worked out a lot better. But there's many different states that there's many states out there that would just deny the bathroom bill. There's also many states that are for the bathroom bill. So, um, you know, we just gotta wait and see what happens. But I listen to both sides and I take both sides into consideration because both sides make good arguments. Both sides have good valid points. So, just gotta wait and see what happens with that. But there's gonna be many states that are gonna say no to that, but there's gonna be many states that are gonna say yes to it. Um, so that goes under this umbrella too. Now, many people would also say um, that with these so many changes, it should not. Um, it should not have happened and should just be left alone. Okay. So, because it could be causing a lot of problems. Now, when people talk about gay marriage doesn't fall into the topic of a problem, really. It doesn't. It's got nothing to do except with those two individuals. So it doesn't stop straight people from getting married, you know, and collecting their benefits. Gay people should have that same rights. So I'm glad in many states, gay marriages are approved and stuff like that, and it should be, But there's a lot of these conservative religious groups that want to tear it down and say, "Oh, they're taking it away from us. They're taking away our benefits." No, no, we're not. It's not nothing to do with you. If you don't like gay marriage, don't be in one. You know, seriously, it's got nothing to do with you. It doesn't affect you at all. It doesn't stop you from collecting your benefits. It does not stop you from putting food on the table for you and your family. It doesn't stop any of that. So you just want to be hateful and uh and stuff like that, and just negative and stuff like that, and so but that it doesn't take away any of your benefits. My marriage does not have anything to do with anybody else's marriage. Seriously. So I don't go around trying to take away everybody else's marriage. Honestly, seriously. But but anyways, now let's get right into the second topic of today's show. Femmes in a gay relationship should be treated, or they have the right to be treated, like women. Honestly, that's why they're the femmes of the relationship. And if you know that from the get go, you should just respect that. If you truly love your partner, you should support them. Honestly, no matter what. And many people say, well, why don't they just get the sex change then? They don't have to get the sex change. That's different. That is different. And then even many LGBT people would say, well, that's like a label. That's limiting me. I don't like that. It's not a label. It's got nothing to do with labels. It does not limit you. You limit yourself. So, but anyways, the femmes in a relationship really should be treated like women. And many of the femmes do end up getting the sex change. But they shouldn't have to get the sex change to be treated like women. Honestly. So, and just love yourself for who you are. Okay? And if you're in a relationship, you should love your partner for who they are. You know from the get go who they are. And that just needs to be respected. Seriously. And I also say, because just like with straight people going out holding hands, gay people should have that, should be allowed to do the same thing. And the partners need to be respectful of that and should be supportive of that. You know, um, and many people say, well, that's attracting negative attention. And it really shouldn't. It really shouldn't. I mean, that's really a BS excuse just because you see two people holding hands. Honestly. It's not like they're having sex right in front of you. You know, if you want to take away from people holding hands, well, then that should go for the uh, straight people too. Then think about it. Nobody should be able to hold hands. Then would that really be the right way of doing things? Absolutely not. That would be totally ridiculous. And it's just as totally ridiculous whether it's two women holding hands or if it's two men holding hands or if it's a man and a woman holding hands. Doesn't matter. We gotta love and respect one another. There's enough negativity out there, and just stop the nonsense. Seriously, honestly, people just want to nitpick and find problems and just nitpick, nitpick, nitpick. And there's no reason to be like that. No reason at all. So, um, seriously, and then shouldn't be the excuse of, well, that's drawing negative attention. No, it's not. It really isn't. Just two people holding hands is it's really not. It really isn't. I mean, and I understand what they're saying. I do. I see their point. I honestly do. But in the bigger picture, at the end of the day, it really isn't the problem. It's just two people holding hands. So, but anyways, um, so I mean, this is a great topic, and these are important topics. And anyways, before I go, I want to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. And the link to there is awldny.com. You guys can check out all the products on there, and all the products that you see on there, we actually make ourselves. Okay. So I wanted to mention that. And um, I also want to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, the name of my website is Advocate Information Highway, and the link to there is AIHNY.com. And you guys could check out all the pages of my website. And on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the link to the internet store in Zazzle that I have. Um, in which, if you follow that link, it'll bring you right to my internet store on Zazzle.com. And on there, I designed a lot of products and have them up for sale on there. So you guys could check out all of those products. Also, on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the links to the two books that I wrote. And if you follow those links, you guys can check out both of my books. And you guys can also purchase both of my books as well. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.